So guys, in this class I am going to brief you about writing task 1. I'll discuss two important topics here, interface and time management. So first of all, about interface. In the main exam you will be getting prompt on the left. This is the official website, okay, and the moment like your question is on the screen, your timer will start. Overall you will have 27 minutes, okay, and the prompt will be on the left. For example, you have here, you recently made reservations for dinner at a very famous and expensive restaurant in town. However, the meal and the service were terrible. The restaurant manager was not available to solve the problem, so you left without a resolution. On the right you have email. Write an email to the restaurant's manager in about 150 to 200 words. Your email should do the following: state what problems you had with the food you ordered, complain about the service, describe how you want the restaurant to resolve the problem to your satisfaction. Now these are your bullet points. We need to address these bullet points in our answer. That is one thing. And the prompt, like you made reservation, it is very famous and expensive restaurant, the meal and service were terrible, and the manager was not there. So these are important keywords, I will say details. These details need to be in our answer. Somehow you have to make sure like these details are there, okay. And this is the box where you have to write the writing area, I would say. So when you type anything you will get the word count, okay, like for example it's now showing as 4, and when you are done answering this one, your next question task 2 will come. I'll discuss about task 2 in the next section. Now for this course what I am going to do, I am going to discuss email. There is a reason. First, I have answered this myself. Well, I can answer other emails also, but I have already answered. And the second and the main reason is why I am going to discuss this email, because I have one 7 level answer and one 12 level answer, and those are not like rated by me or evaluated by me. Those are from official CELPIP website. So I am going to compare both. Why the 7 level answer is of 7, why the 12 level answer is of 12 level. So the comparison part is important, the structure part is important, okay. Now this email is what you are using the same credit card for the past 10 years with no issues. On your last bill you noticed an unfamiliar $50 charge. You did not recognize this transaction and are certain that this is a mistake. Write an email to the credit card company in about 150 to 200 words. Your email should do the following things: describe the problem with your credit card statement, explain why you are certain that this charge is a mistake, explain how you would like the problem to be solved. Okay, now let's jump to our time management part. Keep the question in mind, okay. So whatever I am going to discuss in structure I am going to apply, okay, and write answer for this email. Now about the time management, you are going to get 27 minutes. So guys, don't panic at all. Spend 3 or 4 minutes thinking about the topic, okay. Now what you have to do in brainstorming? First of all, you have to think about the opening statement, how you are going to customize it. I am going to give you few statements and how you are going to customize it. Think about the bullet points, like these are the bullet points. What is going to be your story? Okay, you have to think in your brainstorming. If you don't think here, then you will struggle while writing, okay, or while answering. But if you have already thought about bullet points, your opening statement, your closing statement, then you won't be facing any problem at all, okay. Then after that, think about the closing statement. Well, this is going to be very easy. Opening and closing are going to be easy. Opening is going to be a bit difficult. Why? Because you have to customize it. Closing sometimes is easy. Okay, why it is easy? Because we have when we are done writing the complete letter or email, uh, it is not that difficult to draft 3-4 words. Okay, 9 or 10 words are kind of fixed, 3 or 4 words only we need to fit in our that particular template. Okay guys, then after brainstorming you have to start writing. Now here I am not suggesting anything like um, brainstorm your connectors, your conjunctions, brainstorm your vocabulary. What I have experienced like that is difficult. Okay, if it's IELTS essay, if it's your CELPIP task 2, then like there is point in brainstorming your vocabulary, because we know like let's say the topic is science, so we can write on science topic. But here we do not have any specific topic or domain or field, so it's very difficult to suggest anything here. So whatever like is the scenario, accordingly you will you write, and once you are done writing, then you think of improving the vocabulary. And do not use any word just for the sake of using it. Okay, what do I mean by that? Usually I give this example to all my students. I am writing this epistle and I am writing this letter. Okay, now I have seen students, instead of writing letter, they write epistle. If you search on internet, on Google for synonyms of your letter, epistle will show up. Okay, on the very first page, let me just search it here itself. So letter, okay, so see, epistle is there. Okay, now don't do it like this, like you are simply searching online. Okay, I'll show advanced vocabulary to the examiner. No, it won't work. This is letter in poetry format, and we are not writing letters in poetry format in CELPIP or in IELTS or in PT core. Keep that in mind. Okay, now about other parts. First of all, about greetings and opening statement. First of all, you have to write the greetings and opening statement in 3 minutes, maximum 3. Bullet point 1 to 3 in 4 to 5 minutes each, and closing and signature in 2 to 3 minutes, and proofreading maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, whatever time is left. Okay, this is important. In proofreading you have to increase your level to 9 plus. If you feel like sentences are simple, try to join them with and, with so, with what, with however, with any other conjunction. Try to write compound complex sentences, not write, actually try to add few conjunctions and join them. If you feel like a word can be replaced with other appropriate word, you change it. Okay, that part needs to be done in this proofreading time only. Okay, so you will be able to write the complete email in 27 minutes. You don't need to bother about the time. Okay, now coming to your do's and don'ts. The very first thing is that make sure 180 to 190 words are there, not more than 200 and not less than 150 in any case. They say like about 150 to 200 about. They don't say write at least. They say in IELTS we have write at least. Here you have about. When they are saying about, it can be like one they say like about 150 to 200, so it can be like 145 also, it can be 205 also. The thing is, what I feel personally, like these are subjective things. Okay, if it is 200, let's say 1, so teacher will ignore. Okay, any teacher will ignore it. Okay, if like words are 210, then I feel like they are bit on the higher side. So that if anyone is teaching, even I am also checking your paper, then like I won't rate you as, maybe like if your answer is good, then you may score 9, but otherwise after penalty your score is going to be less only. Okay, so it's better to be in the limit. So maximum 190, 80 to 190, that's safe. Make sure that your tone is as per prompt. Now you have different types of letters or emails. I would say semi-formal, formal and informal. I'll discuss those in detail. Make sure like your answer is like as per prompt, but the tone is appropriate. Then make sure like there are two complex sentences, one complex sentences with conjunction like while, whereas, if, since, because, by, until, unless, whatever. Then you have like one complex sentence with relative clause, which that two compound sentences like your and, but, so, are, and you have two compound complex sentences where you are using both, and two simple, well, I need not to write simple sentences, but anyway, when you have these many types of sentences, you will fulfill the criteria, a variety of structures. I'll discuss the criteria also. I will discuss it in part 2. Okay, well, I won't be wasting time in section 1. In part 1, I will discuss the criteria in part 2. Like in our answers, they look for range of ideas, they look for range of structures, means sentences, they look for a range of um, vocabulary, I would say, connectors, everything. For 9 plus, they need a range. Okay, if you write all complex sentences, simple one, like using, let's say, which, no, you won't be getting 9. You need to have a range. Okay, so this part I will discuss, the range part I will discuss in task 2. Okay, I'll discuss the criteria there. Then guys, this I have already discussed, like make sure that you have topic specific vocabulary. It should be correct and appropriate. Don't use word just for the sake of using it. That's all. Now there is another reason. If there are mistakes in your answer, if you are using if there are mistakes and your content is also not good, and suddenly if you have like any unique word, advanced word, teacher will get to know like the person, the student is showing off, and those students do not get 9 or 7 in IELTS. A student who is making mistake, I have seen many students who make mistakes in simple sentences. For example, on the other hand, I have seen many students writing on other hand, then there is no comma. Okay, now if this guy, let's say there are a plethora of reasons, let's say you have this type of sentence. Now if someone is making this mistake, is not writing, he or she is not writing on the other hand, and the comma is missing, this guy is not aware of, this guy is not good in English, that's all. Now if this guy is using plethora word, do you think it will help him or her? No. Teacher will get to know this guy has learned, memorized word just for the sake of using it. So this is not my experience, because I have not been the examiner. I have heard this, I have read comments of examiners on different social media posts, like they do not say directly, but what I have understood from their comments is like they try to say, if your basic English, if there are basic mistakes in your English and you use advanced words, like any advanced words, any uncommon lexes, teacher will get to know, okay, that you are showing off. or you have memorized. And memorized vocabulary, memorized sentences, again like they you will get penalty. Keep that in mind. Okay. Then guys, use different connectors, subordinate conjunctions, while, where, since, if, because, until, although, whatever. Okay, I did not write are you, I can write although also. Okay, you can use that. Then you can use unless, whatever, many are there. Try to figure out what 10-15 words are there, important words. You can keep those in mind. Then you can use pronouns which, that, who. You can use coordinating conjunction and, but, so, are. You can use this, that, these, those for reference, and connectors such as firstly, secondly, lastly. I don't think like lastly will use, you will be using it, but in let's say you are writing three different ideas, then lastly, moreover, furthermore, in addition, in contrast, as a result. When you are adding important information, furthermore. When you are adding information but that is not very important, moreover. That is the difference. That's all. And whatever you feel like can help you in the criteria, like a range of connectors. Okay, so this shows like there is a range in your answer. So this type of list should be there: sentence structure, your vocabulary, your connectors, they need range, and content also, ideas also, they need range. Okay guys, so that's all about the interface, about your time management and some do's and don'ts. uh, Now in the next class I'll discuss your different types of email in detail, so then I will jump to the structure part. So that's all guys, thank you very much. Now jump to the next class where I'm going to discuss types, categories and important phrases you need to keep in mind, so that you don't waste time in opening and in closing statement. Okay guys, thank you very much.